Hello everybody and welcome to my PAVA game review of Tales of Xillia and my little thoughts of it. Tales of Xillia is a story of two warring countries that are about to go to war due to one king being greedy and another king trying to defend his people. Both kings are very different. One is young, so cool. The other is kind of old and your typical tyrant of a king. Blah 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 blah. So you get to play from two perspectives. And I played through Jude's story, and I did not get to play through Mila's story. I'll probably look that on YouTube later. The reason why I didn't play through Mila's story is because I wanted to get done with that game. I just kind of want to play a new one. Not that this game wasn't great, because it was, but you know. After 38 hours of playing the same freaking game, I really get tired of it. With the exception of Pokemon games, I really don't get tired of them. So yeah. Ah, fuck. These asses are not even. Okay, I think we're good. Anyway, Tales of Xillia is a good game in many regards, but it's a little outdated. This game looks like it should have been released in 2011, and it was in Japan. And it was delayed to getting here for some odd reason. I don't know why Namco delayed this good game here. If this game was here a little earlier, it would have gotten a better rating, in my opinion, but for most critics. But the graphics are good, but like I said, outdated. The music is good, but slightly outdated. But music doesn't really get outdated that much, in my opinion. Music pretty much retains the same awesomeness. The only people that really change is people's taste in music, honestly. I would say the graphics are a tad bit outdated, but this is easily ignorable. Unless you're a graphics snob, in which case try something else. But this game, if you're looking for a new RPG to pass your time, I do recommend this game for several reasons. One, the gameplay is phenomenal. The gameplay does not get old easily. That's one of the things I love about Tales of games. The gameplay does not get old. You can often switch it up just trying different moves you can try at the same time. You can only you can know many moves at the same time, but you can only use them with the D-pad and whatnot 4 at a time. Actually, I think it's more like 6 or 7, but there's a bunch of quick paths to use all these cool stuff, and there's plenty of options, plenty of opportunities to play the way you want to play. You get tons of moves. And the game is just good in my opinion. Like I said, the graphics is a little outdated. The story. The story for the most part is what you've probably seen the story many times before. It's not anything new or out of place. The characters, a lot of the characters are archetypes, but with the exception of a few characters. I didn't like Jude. He felt a little too archetype. Same thing with what's his face, the traitor dude. As at least we call him Big Fat Liar. I hated Elvin his name's Elvin. I hated Elvin so much, and I feel like that was the point of it. I feel like he got one too many chances, and he finally decided to stop betraying, but at that point, I didn't know, I can no longer trust him, you know? First, if up to me, if you could kick him out of your team, I would have kicked him out of my team. I really would have. Because I don't want a guy in my team like that. You know, I believe in second chances, and I'll even give a third chance if I believe the person's worthy of it. However, I'm not going to rant on the character too much. But I do believe that Alvin wasn't that good a character. Rowan's a pretty cool character until King What's-His-Face died, and he got all serious and blah blah. This isn't generally talking about. This is a general one, a legend may I add, and he's like this. You know, RPGs do tend to put a little twist on things and like make them have a little bit more feeling into them, more character growth, and that's fine and all. I just felt like there's little excesses towards the end and little crybaby nonsense. And it's a little too much drama, but oh well. Some of the characters Didn't really care for. I didn't care for Jude, nor did I care for Leah. Leah's kind of cute, but man, she's just kind of annoying, honestly. And Leah's kind of has said that she's kind of pointless and just kind of drags the whole entire team down, you know? I really don't see the point of her at all. You know, I mean, I see the point of her mentioning her as a childhood friend of Jude's, but seriously, it feels like every single JRPG or anime that I've seen with like a character of Jude J seeing a little bit of a love interest to a stronger female character, there's always a weaker female character that's interested in the guy who's interested in the stronger female character. Ever noticed that? Of course you have. You know? And while she's a perfect country-like girl and all that nonsense, she's just pointless. I didn't like Leah. I kind of liked her, but just didn't see the point of her. Elise, though, I did see the point of. I liked her a lot. She was cute and whatnot. But one of the things I didn't like about this game is that at the end of actually, I don't like it, but most RPGs, at the end of it, they don't throw you a big gigantic party for saving the world or whatnot. They just kind of live out their own lives. They don't get celebrated. Elise doesn't get called by friends. Wow, you helped save the whole entire freaking worlds. 2 worlds. You're amazing now. She gets teased a little bit. For the gentle teasing, you know, by friends. Whatever, it is what it is. I didn't like Elvin. I said that Jude was okay. Rowan was okay. I liked me a lot, so, you know, they just kind of took it. I just felt like she had a little bit too much character growth at the end. But oh well. I think she was a really strong female character. But some people would say she's a lightning clone from Final Fantasy 13. Yes and no. For one, Lightning doesn't have a love interest. Mila does. Second of all, Lightning is not a god. Mila is. I think she's more of a demigod on Mila, but whatever. She's still kind of a god, you know? She's a badass, she's hot, she's cool. And it's really interesting seeing Mila. She's just really cool in general. Like, she had the 4 spirits so that she didn't never had to eat, never had to sleep, never had to experience normal body functions. When it's all 4 of those of the great 4 spirits kind of gone like where she commands, she just kind of goes, well, what do I do now? It's like she collapses and like going, I don't know why, but I feel pain in my stomach. That means you're hungry. And my eyes feel really heavy, and I mean. Is this what humans mean by sleep? Yes. And just when she sneezes, she just gets so excited. Imagine if Jude and her would actually do it. Wait, that'd be weird. I can just imagine all the dirty jokesters there. What does this fluid weakens me? It doesn't seem like pee, but... Okay, I'll stop there. You get the point. You get the point. I'm in the middle of the dirty sandwich, but whatever. What else is there? The music is pretty good. It's solid, I guess would be. I love the solid gameplay. The story is pretty decent. The story was good, but the final boss is deceiving. You know, you would think the final boss would be something along the lines of saving the world, and it is, but you know. Several times where you think, oh, this is the final boss. Nope, this is the final boss. Nope. I don't mind games doing this, but I do feel like they should stop it after 2 or 3 times. After they do it more than that, it gets to the point where by the time they actually are the actual final boss, they're too desensitized to actually appreciate it and get all riled up for it, you know? But speaking of the final boss guy, his name, and I'm actually not going to spoil anything, but one of the main bad guys is Gaius. He's not so much a bad guy, so much as a guy that you just don't see eye to eye with. At times he's your ally, at times he's not so much of an ally. Gaius wields a giant sword, and well, maybe many people will say he's lacking something, but Gaius is just such a cool badass, and he's voiced by, I think, I forgot what his name was, but it's not, He's voiced by Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist, if you guys ever watched that. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, might I add. He's voiced by the guy. He's that voice actor. And, first I thought he might have been, keep forgetting his name as well. Whatever, anyway, I do like Gaius a lot. He's a really cool character. I really did think he's probably one of the best enemies or final bosses. Not final bosses, but he's one of the best guys there is in gaming history, in my opinion. The main enemy. I really do think he is. You know, he's not so much as a bad guy, so much as a guy that you just disagree with. He's a good guy. He loves his country to bits. You know. I really do find him being such a cool character, and all that nonsense. The only thing I don't like is how the four Chimera all die. Oh fuck! Spoiler alert: they all die. You know. It kind of pisses me off how they all die, but like, oh well, it is what it is. You know. Whatever. Now let's get to the verdict. I've only played through Jude's story, but there's much you can do after that. There's a post game. There's a bunch of other stuff you can do. There's a game plus. You can also play through the other characters. If you play through Mila or you play through Jude, you can also play through the other person as well, which I find really cool. So you play through two perspectives, and you won't even get the full story until you go through two perspectives. And I haven't seen the full story. I don't know if there was like a true end after you beat this story through one of them, but I just believe you can play through both and you don't really get a final true end or whatever like that. Whatever. You might get a true end, but I'm not exactly sure. I just kind of beat through June and just left it at that. So yeah. I did feel like the ending was a little... not enough closure as I wanted, but the story is good. So, what is the verdict? 8.6 out of 10. So we just gave it an 8 out of 10. I give it the extra 6 because the story is enjoyable. This is probably one of the better RPGs this year. For the PS3 anyway. If you're really into RPGs, I suggest getting a 3DS. You can get all the amazing RPGs that are out there. Hometown Story, the Entron Odyssey games, Fire Emblem game, and of course the new Pokemon game. Also the New Leaf. What's it called? What's it called? I can't keep forgetting the name. Animal Crossing New Leaf. Yeah, I feel like that game should also be. You should get that game. So yeah, there's a bunch of games you could get besides this game on the 3DS. But if you only have a PS3, I do recommend getting Tales of Xillia. I keep calling it Xillia, but it's Tales of Xillia. There's also Tales of Xillia 2 gaming coming up next year, so you should also get that as well. So what's the... so yeah, the final verdict is 8.6 out of 10. And that's my final answer. I'm sticking to it. So, for now, like, subscribe, all that cool nonsense. And have a nice life. See ya.